Okay, I've got good news and I got bad news. Bad news is summer is over. The good news, though, is Client Appreciation Event is right around the corner, September 14th. If you're free, would love to have you. It's our way of saying thank you for all of your support, your past business, hopefully future business, your referrals, everything else out there. A great time. If you've never been to one of these events, please come. If you got kids, bring them. If you don't have kids, grab somebody else's kids. And if you don't want to do that, just come yourself and enjoy, a burger and a hot dog and a drink and come say hi. I often don't get to see everybody that often. So we are asking that you please RSVP quickly. So all the information is down my email here. We actually want to know by September 1st, but I'm throwing this last minute newsletter out there. If you can let me know by the end of the week, that would be really helpful. We just want to make sure we have enough food. So email would be preferred. You can do either the peak one or you can send it to me personally or also a text message. I just need to know how many people are coming and that would be awesome. Okay, on another note, I am very happy to share with you a very exciting group called the Biz Groups that is hosted by Creekside Church. If you run a small business and you just want to be able to reconnect and do a little bit of networking with other professionals in whatever business they're doing, check out the Biz Groups through Creekside Church. We got a little event coming here. All the details are, again, in the newsletter further down. By all means, shoot me an email or text. Let me know if you're planning on coming, and I'll make a point of trying to sit with you, or maybe we can arrange to meet up. It'd be a great time. I've always enjoyed the speakers. They've done an absolutely excellent job. Okay, as I mentioned in my header on this newsletter, big news came out today. The Bank of Canada, as many of us expected, have gone ahead and dropped the rate again. So very exciting, very happy to see that. And so the big question is, how is this going to impact the real estate market? On the mortgage side, very, very helpful. One thing that I actually bring to a lot of my clients' attention, and I'll plug it right now, is there's a lender, and I'm only aware of this one lender's got rates as good as this one. We got right now a 6-month 4.19. And when we see the rates coming down, this is a good time to consider a short-term option. A lot of people are thinking variables, but the problem is those variables are often higher, and you still will be liable for that 3-month penalty to break out. The 6-month is a good way to kind of postpone things and get in there. So if you have a mortgage coming due, by all means, give me a call and we'll discuss it. There are a few stipulations with that type of mortgage, so I just want to make sure you're aware of that. And if it's again a good fit, let's discuss that. Okay. So the big speculation that I'm seeing for a lot of people out there is that we should see ideally houses start to creep back up there. Now, according to this article, interesting little article, I've posted that information again down in the newsletter. They are of the mindset that we will hopefully see a 5% increase during the fall months. I do sometimes wonder if we see it anyways. It's often kind of our second spring, and it's hard to say kind of when that will happen. And hopefully it will. We'll see what happens there. But let's get into our actual local real estate trends. And we get a lot of data. We track a lot of different areas. As you know, my specialty is the Kitchener-Waterloo area, but I've got a very strong familiarity with some of our outlying communities: Brantford, Stratford, Woodstock, Guelph, whatever else. So we do actually have stats that I can speak to dive into that. And of course, we get into a lot more details like freeholds and condos, condo high rises, you name it. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to review quickly our overall numbers here. So this is all property types across Kitchener-Waterloo. And again, I think the overall stats and the numbers are kind of what you need to pay attention to here, the upswings and the downswings. So if you look at the month of August here, you can see that we are down to 752. So let's say roughly 753,000. That's our average sale price. So we're seeing a slight drop there. And again, what I like to often do is compare it to not necessarily the month before, but the year prior. So if you look back in 2023, kind of at the top there, we can see that the actual average sale price of all property types was actually about 730 in August of 2023. Again, also down significantly from July. And that's something you always got to keep in mind. It depends on what's selling that given month. But the point is we have seen it drop, which we often do. And so the big question is what's going to happen going forward into September, October. And again, if you look at last year's, you can see that typically we do see it creep back up for a short, brief period of time there, and then it kind of stalls out. But I'm thinking if you are contemplating buying a home, even though the mortgage rates are definitely improving, just not as good as you may like, now may be a very good time to actually go ahead and buy. Right now, one thing I will draw your attention to is our inventory. And right here, we got 13.43 weeks of all inventory types. So that does include our condo high rises. So it's a little bit of a mislead if you're done with their freeholds, but they are still quite high. Checking the freeholds, I think are about 8 to 9 weeks there. So the point is we do have a lot of options for people to pick from, and now may be a good time to hopefully negotiate a deal. Now, again, you got to know the market. Not a bad idea to sit down and do a complimentary consultation with me to kind of familiarize yourself with those valuations so that when you see an opportunity, you'll know it's an opportunity and not just an underpriced home to try to get more money out of you. And then, of course, it's not a bad idea to kind of lock in some rates and discuss kind of the overall mortgage numbers there. Just looking a little bit more carefully here. You look at our sales for the month of August, so right in here, 354. And again, that's very much in line with last year at 358. So it's not all that bad. You do see, though, a lot more cancellations, which tells me, again, that kind of reflects on the inventory. Inventory has been quite high. A lot of homes, unfortunately, are not selling. And yeah, that's why we've got a lot of stuff sitting there. So it does make you also wonder, though, if perhaps, why? Why are so many homes selling? People trying to move on with their lives, do other things, maybe, some foreclosures or whatever the situations are there. Maybe they just took on too large of a mortgage, so they kind of want to reduce that. So something to look at. Another thing to pay really close attention to, though, is the average sale price. And as you can see, it's still very, very high. Our average sale price is 112% of, the cancellation is 112. So it shows you a lot of people are trying the underpriced strategy. The next section over is 102%. So, in order to get 2% above the average sale price, it tells you that often a lot of homes are actually under listing and selling a lot higher. And I would say this is for the most part freehold homes, lower priced home, townhomes, stuff like that. So something to kind of pay attention to there. As far as strategies, you really kind of got to know what you're looking at there. But lastly, I just want to look at DOM, which stands for days on market. And you'll kind of see here that we really have been creeping up quite a bit over the summer months. And the big thing to kind of highlight here is compare that to last year for the month of August. And we're significantly higher. Last year, our average days on market was 25 days for the month of August, and we are around 37. So it's quite high there. So again, to me, I see opportunity where a lot of people might see some negativity. Good opportunity for buyers to get in. I think that as these rates continue to come down, more and more buyers will start getting off the fence. So much like stock, not a bad idea to be the first in, so you can take advantage of the profits before you have to lock in at higher prices. But anyways, before you do anything, give me a call and let's discuss your future aspirations and plans. And if you're not at a point where you're ready to buy right now, I've been discussing with other people some other savings opportunities and other things there so you can hopefully build up a nest egg so you can make that purchase in the future. So by all means, I always love to hear from you. Give me a call, shoot me an email, text, whatever else. Okay, so don't forget, we do have that client appreciation event coming up. I'd love to see you guys there. So please take the time, register. I'll make sure you're on that list, and it'll be just great to reconnect. Have a great day.